My question is, what is being done to propose federal legislation to open the source code, to allow people to take away the black box aspect so that you have no idea whether your vote is counted or not? And why is the party and people like yourself not taking a stronger stance on that? Because my view is that the Democrats will never, ever win a presidential election unless they get a handle on this. They won't again, because the technology's overtaken it.
Well, the first, in the party's defense, it hasn't had any power to do anything about this and won't until January the 3rd. Secondly, if I were an enterprising journalist or an enterprising researcher, what people say is these kinds of mistakes, look, they happen and they generally kind of fall 50-50. I ain't never seen one go for a Democrat. What's the statistical probability that you have 10 events and they all go one way? All right? So do I think that there's shenanigans? Yeah. Look, this guy at Princeton, goes and he can basically make these electronic voting machines play Mozart. He can do anything he wants with them. You want a figure? We'll give you a figure. He asked the company to give him some, and he showed them, and they wouldn't even give him the machines. So I agree, but if we get the gavel, I think these people ought to be standing tall and throw their right hand in the air, and not have mathematicians and statistical people and explain what happened down to Christine Jennings, who I know is unbelievable. And then nobody even, it's just like nobody argues that Gore didn't win Florida. Nobody argues that Christine Jennings didn't get the votes on Election Day. And you're right, you ought to be, but we had a lot to do with, the Republicans were very satisfied with this. So I hope it's one, and I think the public would support a thorough, real, penetrating, fair investigation into this. And I'd rather, there's enough technology there. I don't mind having a record of what happened. I don't trust these companies. I put it to you that way. I wouldn't trust Dearborn no further than I could throw them.